Falling in quicksand versus falling in water. What would you do if you fell into a quicksand? Would you struggle to come out? Would you call someone for help? Would you stay calm? Or would you let quicksand cover your body? And what will you do if you fall into the water? Would you swim? Would you call someone for help? Or would you simply drown? Falling in quicksand and falling in water are very different things, and that's why the survival tips will also vary. You might have seen people drowning in something having a muddy appearance in Hollywood movies. That is called quicksand. You need to know that quicksand is a form of sand that behaves like a liquid, and the reason behind this behavior is that it is saturated with water. You can sink deep into the quicksand, but it is nearly impossible to die. And if you are falling in the water and you don't know how to swim, then you can land yourself in a difficult situation. In water, there are greater chances that you will sink, and if you don't get any help, then the chances of death increase. If you want to know more about falling into quicksand and falling into water, then this video is for you. Because in today's With You, we'll get to know what will happen if you fall into quicksand and in water, and how to survive in both cases. But before getting started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. Let's get started. You need to know that the density of quicksand is 2 grams per milliliter, while on the other hand, the density of humans is about 1 gram milliliter. So this means that with this difference in density, nobody can sink in the quicksand. There are chances that a person would descend up to his waist, but you would not go further down. Even the objects that have a higher density than quicksand will float on the quicksand. Aluminium has a density of 2.7 grams per milliliter, but it'll still float on top of quicksand. But still, it is very difficult to come out from the quicksand, and the person gets trapped more and more as he or she struggles to escape. The main reason behind this is that on liquefaction, the viscosity of quicksand increases. The reason for this increased viscosity is the formation of sand sediment, and it has a very high viscosity. You need to know that water is supposed to be introduced into the quicksand to loosen it, and this needs a considerable amount of force. Quicksand is a non-Newtonian substance, and its viscosity will change under extreme conditions of stress and force. Since the liquid sand is a liquid, it definitely causes you to sink. In this case, if you panic and start trying to get yourself out of the quicksand, then you'll get stuck deeper and deeper. The quicksand gets thicker after some time, so all you can do is to stop moving and applying pressure. Otherwise, it'll be very tough for you to get out of that. If you are stuck in quicksand, then in this case, the chances of survival decrease, and there are chances that you may die of certain things like dehydration, starvation, stroke, or hypothermia. In addition to this, there are greater chances that you might encounter wild animals or birds, which are vultures. Quicksand most commonly occurs near marshy areas and beaches. You will also find it around the lakes and other water bodies. If you want to increase your survival in this case, then it is recommended to stay calm and don't make rigorous movements. In this case, it is recommended to remove all the heavy items such as bags or clothes and all other things that you might be carrying. This will help you to reduce or let go of the extra weight of things that you are bearing with you. And you won't be dragged deeper inside this quicksand. In addition to this, make sure you lean as far back as you can so that you make space for yourself. Moreover, water will come and it will surely fill the gaps that you are creating. So in this way, it would be easy for you to grab and pull your body to the surface. This game of escaping and getting out is a long process of struggle and hard work. Just to free a foot from the pool of quicksand and movement at the rate of almost 1 centimeter per minute, it would need an equal amount of force as it requires to move a small car. Once you set yourself free, then you will surely be in a lot of pain. This is because with all that pressure from the dense sand, you might come out of quicksand with permanent water damage or without a leg. Quicksand is a common occurrence all over the planet, but it is more common around riverbanks or in coastal areas. You can even find dry quicksand in deserts. If you want to save yourself, then in addition to stopping motion and lightening the load, you should grab onto something. It can be a rope or even a branch of a tree. If you find someone close to you, then do ask for help. On the other hand, if you fall in water, then it is a proper liquid, and there are greater chances of you drowning, especially if you don't know how to swim. In this case, you should stay calm, and it is recommended that once you are in the open water, then it is necessary to change over the shock quickly as possible and just remain very calm. In addition to this, stay afloat. Things are not very easy if you have nothing onto and help yourself afloat. No need to take off your clothes and shoes. In the case of water, you can die because of drowning, especially if you are having no one to help you. And secondly, if you don't know even the basics of swimming. And if you are in open water, then there is a greater animal threat, ISO, especially the wild marine animals. Also, make sure not to drink seawater. This was all for today's video. Hope you liked it. What do you know about falling in water and quicksand? Mention in the comment section below. Don't forget to ring the notification bell for more updates. Thanks for watching.